Hey and welcome to the last video of 2021. First of all, I wish you all a very lovely New Year's Eve and a very happy and healthy 2022. I hope that tonight or whenever you're watching this video you get a chance to celebrate New Year's Eve with, people you love, your family, your friends, because even though physical health is very important, so obviously watch out, mental health is also very important, so I do hope that you get to enjoy this time in some sort of way. So for this video I'm gonna try or do something different. I thought it would be perhaps fun to rate all of my paintings that I've made this past year and just look back at the things I made, beginning of 2021 in January. I do not really remember what I made, so I kind of compiled this list of paintings. It's only going to be paintings, so things painted on a 3D surface like shoes or jackets, clothes, or installation sculptures I won't be putting in this list. It will just be flat paintings like this one, something you can hang or stick to the wall. This one, by the way, is from 2020. I actually made this during the first lockdown in March of 2020, or well, that's when I finished it. So yeah, let's begin with it. I thought it was a nice recap. It's, something related to my art to kind of wrap up this year. And then I'll see you again with a new video where I think I'll be explaining my finals for January next week. So make sure to be watching that as well. So okay, I have here my laptop, my very beautiful laptop, on which I have numbered all of the paintings I made. I kind of try to go through them by chronologically ordered. Could be that there's like 1 month off, but most of all the newer paintings are on the end of this, and I'm just gonna give them a number on 10, basically what I would rate these now, and say what I like, say what I don't like. These are all paintings that I made or used for my exhibitions for my finals in school. So yeah, let's begin. I'm kind of moving this way so that I can put a picture here so that you can see what I'm talking about. So let's start with the first one. I remember this assignment because we actually had to work for the second semester of last school year. So from February 2021 up until June 2021 we had to work around text and around 2D, 3D. So we had to make pictures with like words on them or words incorporated onto the canvas or onto the paper, whatever you were painting on. And then we had to make, I don't know, sculptures with a painting on it, or yeah, we really just had to, have some text in it, and then you could be like making up for yourself what you actually wanted to show. So I wanted to work around humor. So I first started to take these phrases and words and kind of explain them or show them literally. So for example, the homewrecker one, I still love this one a lot. I think it's really funny. I love the house, heads, faces, whatever you want to call it. It reminds me a lot of surrealism, which is something I personally really love. So, you can tell. I mean, if this was like a painting by Magritte, I think a lot of people would be like, oh yeah, I can see that. So yeah, this one wasn't on paper. I think I would still rate this a 7 because especially the arm of the man is a bit, the hand could have been worked out a bit better. A problem that I have is that I don't really enjoy working on a painting for too long. So I know a lot of great artists, they kind of, they start a painting and then they let it rest for a week or maybe even longer, a month, and then they go back to it and, fix it, change something. And that's a really good way to work on a painting, but I really need to learn that method a bit better because I like to finish something in a week or within 2 weeks and then move on to the next one. So that's why I have quite a couple of paintings, but yeah, I should really try to focus more to just make more detailed work. It's always good to try that out. So yeah, I think I would still give this a 7 because I think it's still funny. I also got a lot of good reactions onto this painting, and I think it's kind of well deserved, I think it's funny. So a lot of friends who I've asked like, hey, what do you think? Friends that do art and friends that don't do art, I like kind of, want to hear the opinion of two sides. They were like, oh, I would have left the text, like the homewrecker, out of it because, it's quite random, but because that was kind of the assignment, I wanted to incorporate it into the image. So yeah, that's why it's there, and I could basically paint over it. Okay, so this is a screenshot of one of my YouTube videos where I put all of my finals together because I don't have a separate picture of every painting. anymore. So here you see some sculptures. I also incorporate paintings in. So you see the homewrecker, you see the nice and tight. Yeah, let's move on. I think I have most of them, yes, in this list. Good. So this is, for this painting I wanted to go for a comic book page kind of look, so that's why I taped off the sides, yes, and the middle part, so that I would have this neat straight line. And yeah, these are all about, I want to say, curly things, like female things. So the first one, which I love, you know, the shoes, I love them. It's a reference to Cinderella. It's just, you know, make the shoe fit. So that was kind of funny. It's like this princess story. Then the one on the, you know, the girl with the cloud head, which says big chest equals big dreams, is, I don't know, something I thought of. I think it's probably from the internet. I don't think I made it up by myself, or it was something, I think there's this phrase, and I think it's from a Gossip Girl or something episode. I didn't watch it, but I think it's like the higher the heels, the closer to God or something. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, oh, big dreams, what equals big dreams? And I was like, well, my big dream would be to have a bigger chest, hahaha. And then we have a period drama, which is again like the homework one, like this word joke. Like a period drama is obviously something like Downton Abbey with all of the costumes of the Victorian age, I want to say. But you know, your period is also having your period, so that's why the girl is like having this pad which she uses to dry up her bloody tears. And like I said, I love the shoes. I overall like this painting as well, but I think I would only give this a 5 out of 10 because the figures on the under part, like the period drama girl and the cloud girl, aren't really worked out that nice. You know, the cloud girl is a lot wrong. I think the space I had for this figure was too short, and that's why everything's kind of cropped together. And the period drama girl, I know her hand's weird, I should have redone that, but like I said, I was kind of like, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit quicker through these because I actually have about 20 pictures and we're now only at the third. Okay, Baby Your Firework. Oh yeah, something I want to say overall about the text ones is that I cannot write pretty, and I mean, this is painted, the text is painted on with like paintbrush and oil paint, but it's not pretty. I don't have a pretty handwriting, so that's something that just bothers me overall about like my text paintings, is that it's just the handwriting is not that great, or like the writing size, the font is not that pretty. So that if it was like worked out better, it would have been better. And my teacher, his comment was like, oh, you can make these templates and then just like stamp them on basically. But I was like, I don't want to work like that, that's not how I work, you know. I don't know what I was thinking. That was also just gonna take too much time, so I kind of went for it like this, because I also saw these paintings more as an exercise than as a really finished painting. I mean, as in, I'm not gonna sell this one. This one, by the way, I cut up and put in a sketchbook, so it's not here with us anymore as a whole piece. So I saw these as a, yeah, basically as exercise, and if I want to redo it, I can, and then I can maybe use the stamp method, the trace method, or whatever. But yeah, for now, no. Baby Your Fireworks. So it's a plane crash. I like the mountains. I actually think I took inspiration of a Barbie movie setting to paint the mountains, because I'm not really good at landscapes. I really struggle with them, so that's what I kind of looked up reference pictures, like these cartoonish pictures, because I kind of was going for the whole comic / cartoon style. Yeah, Baby Your Firework, which is from the Katy Perry song. Yes, I would give this a 5 out of 10 because it's not that good. I like this, but it's, you know, painting wise, it's not, you know, it's not a Picasso, let's be honest. None of these in the list are, but you know what I mean. I don't hate these, but yeah, I would give it a 5. So now this is a screenshot again of the same video. It was like my second or first video where I showed the paintings that were hanging up in my studio space last year, or last school year. And so you see the plane crash, the bloody cute, and the Mother Mary one. So yeah, these pictures are kind of bad lighting and stuff, because they're actually hanging downstairs in the hallway of my parents' house. And yeah, the lighting was just bad and I couldn't be bothered to take a better picture, I'm sorry. But this is No One Calls Me Sexy, again, a joke, because, you know, the Virgin Mary, she's praised because she's so pure and virgin, and, you know, she gave birth to Jesus. But she's not viewed as a femme fatale that way. So again, I thought that's funny. And I kind of based my style of the baby Jesus and the Mother Mary figure on, I kind of base it off of Renaissance paintings, you know, the way figures are painting there and looking like, and how they look like the faces. And they also often have like a very long neck and then these long hands, and I just really love that style as well. So that's what I kind of base myself upon. Again, I like this one. Could have been better, yeah, the baby's very weird. But I think I'm actually gonna give this, I think I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah. The Bloody Cute one, again, going for this very graphic cartoon style. That's why I have this bold outline with black. Again, a period reference. Thought it was funny because, you know, things are described as bloody cute, but then it's literally bloody, and yeah. A lot of people actually asked me when I had this picture, why is this man's butt bleeding? And so a lot of people thought it was a male body, and I was like, that's weird because it's actually like I used myself as a reference. So I was like, what, male butt? Huh? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess, but no, it's supposed to be, you know, again, a period reference. I think a 5. You know, it's not that deep, not that, I don't know, you know, should have worked it out a bit better, more detailed. But, you know, I still think it's quite funny. Oh yeah, this is the Do Not Disturb. So this is a bra hanging on a door handle. Basically as a sign Do Not Disturb. I liked the idea when I had this idea in my head to paint it like that, and I liked it, but overall I think it's one of my least favorites of the text series, so I would give this a 5. Okay, this one is based upon a picture by Kelly Eden. I follow on Instagram, she's like a model and a painter as well. And I had the text nice and tight on the sides. I edited out in this picture because, like I said, the text just didn't really look nice because of my handwriting, didn't like it, so I left it out. But I overall like this. I like the blue that I used for the shadows, because they were literally going to be black or dark brown, but I left them in. I love the neck, I love the hair, and I love the hands, even though yes, the hands are too small, but I already had them worked out and I didn't want to go over them because I liked them the way they were, so I left them. So yeah, that's what I really like about this, so that's why I would give this a... What should I give this? I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Can I do that? Because the chest itself, where the main focus is on, is not that great. Yeah, but the hands I love. Oh, so this is a picture, I think I actually finished this quite early in the year because I actually started in 2020. So it's basically a lot of my drawings I make in my sketchbook, like these small doodles, I compile together onto this collage painting, I call it, even though this is all painted up on the same surface, so it's not really a collage, I suppose. But I love this one a lot. I love especially the figures that are in the middle, because those were the ones I started, so they worked out pretty neatly, like for my standards pretty neatly. The ones that are more on top and on the bottom are very fast, because I was like, oh, I'm close to finishing it, let's hurry, you know, like, let's not wait too long, let's not put any more time than necessary into this. So this was actually one of the first paintings I did over a course of like 8 months, because I would draw here and then a small figure, because, you know, these are really all separate small figures. And so yeah, the middle part I love, so I still love this. I'm actually gonna use this for my bachelor's final project. My teachers haven't seen this one yet, and I want to make more around this, you know, style of work. So I think I'm actually gonna give this a 7.5. Yes, I'm gonna do that. So this is actually an installation, but I want to include it. So it's basically this toilet seat that I made, and with these girls, with these female faces puking word advice out. I think I'm gonna give this, I don't hate the faces, I overall like the faces. My favorite one is the brown haired girl, and then the red haired, and then the green one is my least favorite. That's funnily enough also the order in which I painted them. So first I finished the brown haired girl, then the middle one, and then the other one. But I think I will still give this a 7, also because I like the idea of how I put them in this closet type of thing, and then with the Barbie toilet, little toilets combined. So yeah, it was called word puke because these people are puking words on a toilet. Like if I have the flu and I have to puke, I mostly puke in the toilet seat. I know a lot of people also puke in the sink, but yeah, I to the toilet because you can just flush it. Okay, yeah, whatever, let's move on. So, wait, did I give it a number? I thought I said 7, right? Okay, let's go with 7. This is my big ass, if I can say that, collage of a lot of faces combined with text. It is 3 by 4 meters, which is very, very big. I love it. I still have it. It's literally crumbled in the garage, laying in the garage. It's really sad, but I love this. It has a lot of faces, well, not a lot. I think there are like 6 faces that I love, and then all the other faces I'm kind of like meh, because how I did this is I made a bunch of portraits in a time period of a couple of months. I want to say, let's say 6 months to be safe. I think it was less than that. Let's more 4 months. So that meant that some weeks I painted up to 10. No, up to 5 to 10 faces, so that's quite a bit. So some of these are made on A3 size paper. I think that's a small size, and I also have some on the size of 50 on 70 centimeter canvas. So yeah, and my goal was to just mass produce a lot of portraits, and obviously not to paint them hyper realistic, because let's face it, none of these are. It was just supposed to be a collection of faces I've seen over the past month, so it would be my personal collection of faces combined with some text. So it would basically be a diary, like, hey dear diary, these are the people I met, then all the faces, and these are the things I'm thinking about, and that would be the text. I think I'm gonna give this a 7 because I still think it's pretty impressive. You know, now I'm looking probably more at the size than at the paint and things, but overall I like this, and once I have my own place, or if I have time to restore it, I'm gonna actually use it as wallpaper, because I think it's nice. I like it. Yeah. Oh, and then we come to more recent work. Well, recent, I think I finished this in May of this year, so it's not that recent anymore. But these are my window workers. So basically these prostitutes that stand behind a window in what's it called, the red light district, I believe in English, right? So I'm not gonna explain in depth, like too much in depth of the next paintings, because that's what the video of next week or in 2 weeks is going to be about, January 7th or 14th. One of those 2 videos is actually going to explain my finals of January, because this one and the next ones will be shown in my finals then. So I think I'm gonna give this one a 6. I like the idea, but it could have been worked out better. The stairs I'm gonna give a, I think also a 6, because I like I think it's funny, the eyeballs on the booty, but you know, it's not worked out that great. I do still stand behind the painting I'm gonna show in January, but you know, these are the one I finished first, so I think it's logical that they're not my most favorite anymore, but these are what inspired the whole series, or like kind of created the whole series, so that's why I want to show them, to also, so that people can also see my process, like, hey, this is what I started with and this is where we're at now. Then this is a kind of a process photo of the window workers. This is the, what was it called? I think I called it carousel or something, because you have this girl in front riding a horse, like from a carousel, from a merry-go-round, I'm sorry, and then the pole from the statue from the merry-go-round is actually coming out, well, it looks like it's coming out of the girl that's standing onto the stairs, but obviously perspective wise that's not correct, so it's kind of like this optical illusion kind of effect. I actually reworked this one, or details of this one, like the stairs and the hands of the 2 ladies, in a couple of vlogs you've seen, maybe like in December, a couple of those vlogs, because I finished this also over the summers, I believe, and I liked it. Like, I like the idea. It's also a very big painting. It's like 2 meters, so it's quite impressive, and that's what it also was supposed to be. It was supposed to be this image that was fallen upon the viewer, that you would be like, what am I seeing? And yeah, I do still like it, but I think if my finals are over, I'm probably gonna paint over this piece of canvas, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think it's, no, it has something. I don't think it's bad, but wait, did I give a number on the stairs? I did, right? Yeah, sorry. So the stairs would be, like the eyeball booty would be a 6 or something, I don't know what I said. And then this one, I think I'm gonna give it a 6.5. This one, the pervert guy looking at the girl that is undressing. So in the back I actually tried to repaint very small, the window girls, so that would be like a reference to the other painting. I don't know how well that's showing up. A lot of people didn't see it, and I could have again worked it out better. In certain areas things could have worked out better. The girl was also supposed to have 2 normal hands, but because I was running out of space on the canvas and I didn't have enough space to finish like the hand completely, I just gave her this spike, whatever. What I love the most about this painting is I actually like the figure, the eyeball figure in the chair, and I love the ashtray with cigarettes. I really like that. So that's why I'm gonna give this a, I think a 7, because I'm gonna be a bit biased, because a lot of, well, some of my teachers actually reacted pretty positive, you know, towards this painting. So yeah, I think I'm gonna say 7. This one, okay, I think this one's gonna be my favorite. I love this one so much. The hands are a little bit too big, but again, it was worked out. I mean, I finished everything and I wasn't like, I'm not gonna repaint that again. Nobody's gonna see that. This painting is also like 1.80 m, so it's quite big. So I decided to just leave it the way it is, and I'm gonna give this an 8. I love this one. I love the dress. I love the spikes coming out of her. I think she's a really, like, to me, she is a femme fatale, so I love her. Yes, 8 out of 10. This is a zoomed in picture of her. Then the eyeball girl, which was meant to go together with the previous femme fatale. She was also meant to become a femme fatale, but I don't think she's worked out that great. She reminds me a bit of, I don't know, of like Shrek, you know, kind of a parody of a femme fatale kind of thing. So I'm gonna give her a 6. Yeah. Oh yeah, then my museum, hallway, whatever, room. I like it, but it's not my favorite, but I think I'm gonna give it a 7. Yes. Oh yeah, then this portrait of a friend of mine. This portrait is really good. So this was my attempt at hyperrealism. Am I allowed to say that? I know, I feel like a lot of people are gonna cringe that I consider this hyperrealism. But you know, I tried my best, and I think I'm gonna give this also an 8 because I loved it, and I tried to hand it in for a painting competition, but it did not get selected, which is, you know, a shame, but whatever, we're gonna move on. But I still like this. 8 out of 10, yes. Oh yeah, then the window girl, me sitting by the window. I think I'm just gonna give it a 6, to be honest. Yeah, I like the colors. The carpet and the grey floor bother me. I like the giant lipstick and the cobweb next to the lipstick. I love that. The eyeball clearly was filler. I think a lot of people will notice that. I like the figure, but I don't know, I liked it better. I liked the sketch so much more than the worked out painting. So yeah, 6, 7, 7, 6.5, 6.5. And then this is the last one I finished. Contaminated, it's called, also based upon a self-portrait. I don't know how much it resembles me, actually. That's also not the point. If I had more time, or if I planned my time better, maybe I would have worked this out the way I worked out the portrait of my friend, like a little bit more hyper-realistic. Overall, I like this. I think I'm gonna give it a 7. Yes. So the winners are, I believe, the femme fatale in the blue dress and the portrait of my friend. So I'm gonna put them up here so we can see the winners once again. I don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This video is already quite long and I'm running out of time because my memory card is almost filled. So thank you for watching. Have a great new year, and I hope to see you again.